Hi friends, आज sorry, this would be in English, and do I apologize for my weak English, but there are some viewers which they request a video on the English, so I'm trying. And another apologization for my late video. Actually, I was in bit medical issues in residence. So let's start, and today is the new session and it's a good session. Now this video I have taken so much time, and I have taken so much time to actually write it down, and on how could be the what would be the my next video. Now my next video is for protagonist. Now we have taken the story structure. We have developed a log line, we have developed a story structure, but we are still not able to write screenplay right now. There are few steps which I've already told, and the protagonist is most important out of it. Everybody knows that protagonist is very important, but what the hell is this protagonist? Means means some writer says that it's the director fault, he didn't describe the protagonist as I do. Director says I have just improvised your character, your hero, but it's a writer job, right? And you have to imagine, but before imagine you have to see in the protagonist. And there are lots of variation of watching or seeing a protagonist in a different way. The protagonist may be male or female. Okay, it can be a child, it can be an old man, it can be a hero, or it can be a villain. There are no boundaries of describing a protagonist until and unless what you want a protagonist would be. So this video is just my experience, and my just suggesting to new writers that how a protagonist would be. Let's roll the intro. How do you see protagonist? I mean, how do you see a protagonist? It's a simple question. When you are about to write a protagonist, and everybody wants to write about a hero, everybody wants to write about a hero. This is my hero. Then hero may be Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Aamir Khan. These are actors, the great actors. Akshay Kumar, my favorite, Fahad Faasil, John Travolta, Tom Hanks, every number of factors. So when we are about to write about a script, and there would be a hero, there would be dashing hero, we derived an images. You start, and then every beginners I suggest, and I also made some mistakes, and I write about the main hero. But what I am trying to say, when you are about to write a protagonist, it should be related to the story. If there is no protagonist, there will be no story, or there will be no story, then will be no protagonist. It's an ideology, basically. It's an ideology where you want a center character. What is the protagonist? Protagonist is the main character of the movie. It's not a hero who jump from the plane and fight against. That was different. That is the act of a protagonist. It's not a protagonist. This protagonist is an Indian army. My protagonist is a doctor. My protagonist is a thief. My protagonist is a serial killer. These are the characteristics of a protagonist. You are not defining. We are here not to define a protagonist first and then derive it, then put it in the story. You are getting my point. What is main, why we fail and why I fail? Somehow I failed so many times, and what I had failed and I have not derived that they don't write about the protagonist. They write about the story, and they focus the entire story in the single person. That is our protagonist. And then they jump, They dress like a good person, they dress dashing person, and they fight, they have a master in gunfights. These are the characteristics of the protagonist. And what we basically the writers are doing, that they draw a image of the protagonist. My protagonist will be this, and they will this too. But when you put a protagonist into the center of the story, means everything is revolved around the protagonist. What is happening, what is going to happen, what is the past, present, what is his future, what is his end. When protagonists move from point A to point Z, from A to Z, when a protagonist move from point A to Z, he move consistently in the line and the flow of the story. And when you make him a fight, make him a cry, make him a make him a love, make him dance, these are the characteristics of the protagonist. So the protagonist would be anyone. Yeah, every movies, and I want to mention especially this movie, because this is the most daring and intelligent movie. What you see in the movie, what you really see in the movie, scenes, locations, most of the scenes, locations, n number of characters, a protagonist, an antagonist, then lead actress, hero, heroine, villain, everything is there. The movie should be a 1.5 hours movie. You are going to see a lot of locations, sets, props, right? There is a movie which I want to describe, and this is one of my favorite movie, Singer Sleeper Size 7. This movie is in Tamil language. When you're going to see this movie, you see only a single location, integration room, police integration room, and only a single character, the protagonist of the character. All different characters are there in the movie to take a build up, to create a story, but all of them are voiceover. I don't know about the actual duration of the movie, I have to check it from the net, but it's the brilliant movie. When you're about to write a protagonist and you have seen this movie, what you thought, what your protagonist is, it's something different. No other characters, a single character, it's a single character in the movie. You will going to see. This movie should watch by each and every writer or director. This is a brilliant movie. There are no characters, no locations, just a single police integration room, and a single, you watch him from the eyes, protagonist, the main lead. Now all other characters are there in the voiceover only. So my point is, the protagonist is created by the story, not a story is created by the protagonist. You can't create a story by the protagonist. You have to write a story first, and from that story you have to create a protagonist. So when you are writing a protagonist, have you ever feel its emotions? Say like, have you ever seen that emotion? Have you ever seen that emotion? Have you ever feel what protagonist should be? These, why I'm doing so, acting like why I'm acting so weird? Feel it. You have to step into the shoes of the protagonist, how he feels, how he reacts. When you are about to develop a character, try to enter in his mind, try to enter in his body, or create a new identity of it. Its acting part is a different. You have to feel it, where he is going, what he is about to feel, and what reaction or what action he is doing is reflecting in the movie, is reflecting in the script writing, is doing a proper judgment to the writing or not. If you can't feel it, if you can't feel the protagonist, how can you move from point A to point Z? It's no nothing, it's no movement around there. If you can't move it, before you have to move it, you have to think. You have to step into the shoes of it. You have to feel how protagonist would react in every situation, or how protagonist would defend himself, how protagonist would be a leader, how protagonist would be a doctor. When you are writing a protagonist, you have to make sure that what character are you developing, that is developing a character. I'm not talking about the character development, I'm talking about the characteristics of a protagonist. When you develop a characteristics of a protagonist, you should have a little knowledge of whatever he wants to do. If he is a scientist, he should use some scientific words, which I don't know. So I don't have a scientist as my protagonist in my movie. If he is a doctor, if he's a police officer, he's a lawyer, everything means, he is a knowledgeable person, he's a good person. So when you develop a character of a protagonist, you should and you must step into his shoes, enter into his mind, enter into his body, and feel the reaction of an action. It should be a scary one. It should be anything, please don't get my weird reactions over there. I just step into the shoes of a protagonist. Okay. Next point is weakness. Oh my god, weakness. Why am a protagonist so weak? Why weakness is important? What's so fun about it? If weakness is removed from the protagonist, say, what is so fun? Why public shows interest of a protagonist didn't die by a bullet? Why public will be so interested in a protagonist if nothing can damage him? My point is, everybody has its weakness, and when you write a protagonist, you must acknowledge a good weakness, a better weakness. See, it's like watching a Spider-Man movie. When you watch a Spider-Man movies, in Spider-Man, the personal life, he is disturbed, he is a kid, and he has a lot of family issues, and overall he is coming up, he is overcoming up on that. So weakness is very important. When you write a weakness, when you write a protagonist, when you write a weakness of a protagonist, when you follow him from point A to point Z, these are hurdles or obstacles he is getting to achieve his goal, and that makes everything interesting. Whatever goal or whatever achievement is protagonist is getting or protagonist is about to getting should not be happen immediately. Now, conditions or circumstances or conflicts are different, but weakness of a protagonist also stops him to achieve his goal instantly or very quickly, and you don't have to do that. And when you put a weakness on the protagonist, weakness can be anything. It doesn't mean that you have to put a disease on a protagonist. Weakness can be anything. Family issues or health issues. We can use family issues, financial issues, and he's a coward or something like that. When you put a weakness on a protagonist, it develops it develops a curiosity among the viewers. How can he achieve that thing, or how can he achieve that thing, or how can he achieve, or how can he escape from that, or how can he or she escape from that? So when you start building a weakness over there, when you start building a good and a big weakness into a protagonist, even implanting a protagonist in a weakness, then you will getting a new ideas. How should he overcome his weakness? There are so many examples of it, and I'm not going for the each and every example, the video will be long, but try to make putting a weakness on the protagonist. Now protagonist wants something goal. Okay, I told everybody news in a screenplay form, a protagonist wants a goal and wants something. So where he going to find? So he going to find in every aspect, on every road, and he is going on the search of it. So journey of a protagonist is very, very important. Journey of a protagonist is very important. You have to move him from one place to another. There would be a location, there would be a situation, whatever it is, whether he is walking, whether he is running, whether he is hiding, whatever it may be. The journey of a protagonist is very important. Along with the journey, he is about to do some R&D, some research, how to overcome his problem, how to overcome the situation, how he wants something. Without a journey, you can't move a protagonist from point A to point Z. You guys all are aware of that. But what I am trying to say, the journey of him, a journey of a protagonist, that he has to move from this location to that location, and it move be from one room to another room, from one house to another house, from one blocks to another blocks, from one city to another city, from one country to another country. This moving is very important. You are not getting, if you guys are not getting my point, okay, then for, let's say for example, how much time can you spend in a single room? No. I'm an employee of a financial institution, so I have to move to my workplace. That's not a journey. That is daily routine. Now what journey is? I want to become a screenwriter, a big screenwriter, so I have completed my work. So when I want to be a screenwriter, I want to complete a story, a script writing, I want to get a new story, so I move to office to different other locations to get a new story ideas. That is his journey. And throughout his journey, he is doing research and analysis and getting knowledges and something like that. Not only he is getting knowledge, all the audience is getting the knowledge, all the audience is moving along with him, and all the audience would react, oh, that was the place, his treasure is hiding, oh, move it to that side, the zombies over there. The reactions, but suppose we are in the left side of the bus and zombie is on the right side of the bus, and I am not aware of it. I am a protagonist, I am moving around, so the audience is saying, oh, duffer, you dumbass, move to that side, zombie is this side. Why this is so curiosity among the audience? Because it is created like that. This is his journey. This is his journey because he is escaping from a zombie and is going anywhere. But his journey or his research and development is everything is meant for an audience, and an audience is reacting in every step of a protagonist. So it is very much important that you must provide him a journey. Fight. Protagonist can be a fighter actually. Protagonist can be a fighter. It's not basically it's an Indian army man, or it's a martial art expert, or it's boxer. Fight is different. Fight is with antagonist, fight is with his own, fight is with his own conflicts. How could he fight? Fight is very important. A protagonist must fight, whether it should fight from start to end or whether he fight at the end or in middle. And I'm not asking about a physical fight, right? It may be a physical fight, it may be a arguments, it may be a courtroom arguments, it may be anything, because fight is what every audience wants. Fight is not that I'm saying that violence I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the courage. When you derive a weakness and when he is overcoming his weakness and fight, he is showing a courage. And protagonist must be courageous. So fight is very important. So he can fight from himself, he can fight from his own problem, his family problem, or fight can be anything, a heated argument, a similar argument, or physical fight, whatever it can be. But to achieve something, protagonist, when protagonist with his weakness start a journey, and just behind one step of his goal, he has to face the final scene or climax or something like that. And when he is facing finally, he have to fight to get what he wants. So basically fight is, or I'm also saying, fight is not a physical fight. It's not unnecessary fight. Fight is, it's a war. Suppose say it's a psychological, you are going to write a psychological horror. Now suppose you are going to write a psychological horror. So what should be? He has to fight, na? So fight means he is trapped in his own room, his own house, in his own apartment, and to move out of it, he has to fight from his own fear. It's a normal example. Okay, now fight doesn't imply in psychological horror that it doesn't imply with a physical fight, it fights from his own fear. How come he overlooked? Flight is a beautiful example. The movie of Denzel Washington, Flight, is a beautiful example when Denzel Washington starts fighting for his own drinking habits. Now, winning or losing is a climax. Winning or losing is a climax. Okay, you can improvise it. When screenplay is a very long process. It's a very patience process. And when you start with the screenplay from a single date, suppose from January, from first of the month, and it takes, so it can take 2 months, like it may take 1 month, or it may take 1 year or 2 years. There are a lot of obstacles in your mind, and you get in that movie that climax was good, in that movie that climax was good. These are the distractions which can affect easily on your script, which are affecting our protagonist character or story's character or something like that. But winning or losing are climax. I'm not talking about winning or losing. I'm not talking about the fight. What he wants and he wants to achieve, he must fight for it. And the last one, either he will win or lose, he should be idle to the people. Why I'm saying this should be idle to the people? People will react on the work of the protagonist. People must react that he has done a fantastic job in the movie, or he is worse in the movie. Worse in the section, villain or nothing like that. When these idealistic or making a protagonist idle to the people will raise the bar of a protagonist to much higher. And to raising a bar, you have to develop small by small step, and you are developing a good protagonist. Protagonist can be anyone. I am not talking. There are some point that protagonist whole story is a protagonist. Not go to that much level. It will make another confusion. Protagonist is an image, is an hero or heroine, is an hero, is an actor, main lead or main center focus point. But at the end, the bar of a protagonist must rise, whether it is rise in positivity or whether it is rise on negativity. When a climax, the story, the power of the climax is the climax. When the script is completed and when you are writing a climax, the protagonist must rise or must fall depending on the structure of the story. So guys, that's it. And if you have anything for me, or if I am saying, if I am losing some point, please comment me, subscribe me, if you like my video, subscribe me and ring the bell icon, and I will make another videos of. My next video will be for antagonist. So stay tuned. Good night, guys.